Troy, welcome.
See what I dealt with for 11 years.
Troy, see what I deal with on a regular basis?
I hear you.
I'm in the same boat as you.
We're in the same boat.
Right? How are you feeling about tonight?
Good. Feel great. I think it's going to be an unbelievable game. I think Tampa's going to play as well as they have all year. I think Dallas is going to play great as well. I think it's going to come down to the end. I think it's going to be a fantastic finish.
And, of course, you'll be calling the game. We can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So,
Really excited
long
about it.
day for you.
And that
Appreciate you
worries
getting
me.
up
I don't
early.
want it to come down to the end, Troy.
Yeah.
That's what Tom
Yeah,
is
we do.
great.
We do.
Yeah. I want them to put these chumps away and put them away early so we can dance on their head the rest of the third and fourth quarter. We don't want to play around. Tom has had a tough year. We want to send them home properly tonight.
First things first. First things first. I want to say, on behalf of ESPN and football fans across the world, it is an honor and a privilege to have you on this show. It's an honor and a privilege to have you and Joe Buck as a part
Yes, sir.
of the ESPN team. I also want to tell you that as happy as I am that you're a part of the ESPN team, Monday Night Football, there's a different reason as well. Because if I remember correctly, Dallas has lost their share of games that you have called, and I don't expect anything different tonight. Let me be very, very clear. When I think about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have struggled. They have been a roller coaster. We've seen them look pretty bad. We've seen them look pretty good. We've seen Tom Brady rise from the ashes.
Right. Yeah,
Rise from the ashes.
Yeah.
When you thought there was no hope.
No hope.
And he found a way to pull this out. And this is the beauty of tonight's game. I'm going to roll with Troy Aikman when he says he wants and he is looking for a close game. Here's the picture. It's the fourth quarter. The Dallas Cowboys had a lead, but they only up by one score. There's too much time on the clock. Tom Brady has the ball. And Tom Brady in Tampa, Florida, with Dallas Cowboys, supposedly America's team, staring him in the face. They got to figure out a way to stop the GOAT. They couldn't stop Jimmy Garoppolo last year. They couldn't stop Sam Howell this year. What the hell are they going to do now with Tom Brady? Sam Howell. They couldn't stop him either. What are they going to do with Tom Brady? The Dallas Cowboys, they fall. They're up late, but it doesn't matter. I'm thinking 29-24, and then Tom Brady drives them down the field. Game-winning touchdown. Tampa Bay 31, Dallas Cowboys 29. Tom Brady goes to the Bay. The Dallas Cowboys go home. That's what I see. That's what I see. That's what I'm talking about.
Cowboy, I don't think Tampa might have scored 31 points twice this season.
So
that Dallas lived north of 30. Don't start asking people to come into the playoffs and break who they are and do some incredible things. Tampa didn't have the ability to do that. So you're calling for that is an impossibility. If they hadn't done it all year, they would not do it today.
Oh, by the way, one last thing before Troy Aikman. One last thing before Troy Aikman chimes in. Dak Prescott throws two interceptions tonight.
Thanks for that detail. Troy, what are some of the keys to this game that you're going to be watching for?
I think, well, to Stephen A's point, I think that's a big part of it is the turnovers, of course. And, I will say that a lot was made of last week's performance by Dak. I think up until that game, he has done a lot of really good things. He's played at a high level outside of the turnovers, and I understand that that's part of it. Not all of them are on him.
Right.
But I think when you look at the teams that have had success against Dallas, whether it was San Francisco last year or even Green Bay this year, and they play a physical style against this team. And I think if Tampa Bay is able to run the ball like they did week one, now they didn't run the ball well at all following week one, but if they're able to run the football the way they did against Dallas week one, I think they've got a real shot at this. But if it becomes a situation where they've got to throw it, if they get behind, it could be challenging because this is a defense that can get after you in a hurry. And that'll be the real key for me.
When you see Troy, when you see Tom play now, and I always said Tom played the game inside out, not outside in. And I see him have such success throwing outside to Mike Evans. For me, Dallas Cowboys, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, I said, I don't mind that throwing outside. I just want to stop Tom from making those completions on the inside of the football field. And Chris Godwin has caught more passes since week 12 than anybody in the National Football League, and most of them has been inside. How do you get Tom? How do you get to Tom coming up the middle of the field?
Well, when you look at Tampa Bay skill players against some of the issues that Dallas has in the secondary, I mean that could be a mismatch. That's why Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence obviously become really important. But what Tom's done throughout his career, I saw him in New England. When he didn't have much protection, he just will not take a sack. It's hard to get to him, and he has outlets to get the ball to. So whether it is Godwin inside or anyone else, the tight ends, the backs, if you can take away his outlets, that's the key in order to get him to the ground, because he always has a place to go with the football. He's smart and then when he has time, he's able to take the shots down the field. And Tom just knows how to win. I mean, that sounds obvious, but there's a lot of quarterbacks, in my opinion, who don't understand that depending on situations, you play the position differently. Tom doesn't beat himself. He knows situational football. He's the best to have ever done it. And if you give him a chance late in the game, I don't like the Dallas's odds.
How hard is it to be that patient?
Whoa.
How hard is it to be that patient?
No, you're not getting away with this. See what's happening. And Troy, and I understand, because Troy's a busy man, and he's not picking up on what Michael Irvin is doing.
What am I doing?
You giving astute football analysis. Let me finish. Michael Irvin is nervous. There's a difference. And this is important. And this is why. And listen. We look at Tampa Bay, right? We understand that Dallas has been susceptible against the run this season. Not all the time, but some of the time. Leonard Fournette is a veteran. Somehow, some way, no matter what he does during the regular season, he seems to step up his game come postseason time, right? You're already talking about Chris Godwin, right? And what he's done, right? Since week 12, right? And then we got Mike Evans, and we saw him explode just a couple of weeks ago, right? Because him and Tom Brady suddenly got on the same page. I'm thinking along those lines, and Troy, here's where I'm going with it. You talk about Tom Brady. We know what Trayvon Diggs. What's going on?
It's a big day for us. Tomorrow is a very big day for Stephen A. I'll explain why in a moment. But tonight is your night, Stephen A. What should the Cowboys and their fans be expecting tonight in Tampa?
Well, what the Cowboys should be expecting is for Tom Brady to show up and act like this is his last game ever and playing lights out, because I think he's going to show up. The fact that him and Mike Evans seem to have connected as the season waned, particularly the last week or so, or the second to last game of the season, I think you got to give credit where credit is due in that regard. He still has familiar weapons available to himself in Evans and Godwin, obviously, and Fournette as well. And so I look at it from that perspective, and I just say this is about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense going up against that offense of the Dallas Cowboys with a quarterback prone to throwing interceptions, pick sixes in 3 of the last 4 games. Dak Prescott is feeling it. They understand who they are. They understand the expectations. As Dan Orlovsky so eloquently stated, the Dallas Cowboys are the better team. They should win this game. The world knows they should win this game. And that's exactly why I expect them to lose this game. Because every time expectations are thrown on their shoulders, they don't know how to respond. Now, just a little nugget for y'all, all right? They got me at some Marriott downtown here, JW Marriott to be specific. Some of the Cowboys are in there, okay? They're there. I've never seen a hotel so quiet. It was peace and quiet. I didn't see a Cowboy anywhere. I didn't see players. I didn't see coaches. I didn't see equipment managers. I didn't see anybody. They hide it. They're very, very nervous. You understand? They know what this moment is. They understand. They understand what this is, and they're feeling it because they know if they don't pull away and they don't run away with this, and the game is close, that's all it's going to take. A close game against Tom Brady, even after the age of 45. Ask the Los Angeles Rams what it's like to go up against Tom Brady when the game gets tight. You saw what he did to them earlier this season. They're in a world of trouble, baby, and I'm here to see it. I'm telling you.
RC, are the Cowboys, real quick, are they in a world of trouble tonight?
I don't know if they're in a world of trouble, but it's not going to be easy for this team to win. And if it gets to the point Stephen A's talking about, they will be nervous and folks will go into hiding.
If this game is close in the fourth quarter, Rex, you got Brady or you got the Cowboys?
Oh, my gosh. I still think Dallas wins this game. The talent, it's not even close talent-wise. I'm going to take Dallas in this one. Not even close talent.
Okay, Stephen A., I do want, while I have you here, and again, First Take is coming up live. They have 2 editions today and everything else, and I want to mention, most importantly, tomorrow. But I want to get quick takes from you, if I can, on 2 of the things we saw yesterday.
Sure.
The first of them, Daniel Jones. His teammates are using the word elite. That was a performance I'm not sure many of us thought he had in him yesterday. What are we saying about Daniel Jones this morning?
Major props to him. He performed well, and I think his future, he's got a potential future with the Giants right now.